Hello, fabulous second graders. My name is Miss Lynn, and I am an intern student at CSU Pueblo College. Today, we are going to learn all about different shapes, and we're going to have fun doing it. Today, we are going to learn Colorado State Standard Mathematics for second grade, Standard 4. It's with Geometry, Prepared Graduates, MP2, Reason Abstractively, and Quantitatively, MP7, Look for and Make Use of Structure. And it's going to be 2GA, Geometry, Reason with Shapes and Their Attributes. We're going to recognize and draw shapes that have specific attributes. Sizes are going to be compared directly, identifying triangles, hexagons, and quadrilaterals. It follows CCSS2 GA1. Are you ready to have some fun? You will need to have a copy of our shapes that is found in this lesson. You will also need to make a copy of this piece of paper that we're going to be using, Fill and Count Activity Sheet. You will also need your manipulatives that comes in the different shapes and sizes. Alrighty, are we ready to review some of our shapes so we know how to play our game? If you don't have them ready, that's okay. Just pause real fast, go get your shapes, and come back. Our first shape that we are going to go over is a square. Now this is a square, has 4 equal sides, but it's also a quadrilateral because it's a 4-sided figure. Our next shape is a triangle. Now, this is not a quadrilateral because it doesn't have 4 sides. We have our trapezoid, and this is a quadrilateral because it has 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 4-sided figure. We have our rhombus. A rhombus is also a quadrilateral because it's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-sided figure. We have our parallelogram, and if you notice, it's similar to a square, it's just leaning. So this is our parallelogram, and it is also a quadrilateral. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 4-sided figure. And lastly, we have our hexagon, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides. Alrighty. Now, the game that we're going to play, both players, or even if you have more than 2 players, everyone will receive a copy of this sheet. On the count of go, you will try to find as many different shapes as you can within, I'm going to move my camera right here so you can see, within the hexagon shapes as seen. So you can time this game for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or you can just play until all players are done. It is totally up to you. Now the goal of the game is to find as many different shapes as possible for the shape as the picture as you see in this game. So for instance, I know this picture right here can fit 2 hexagons. What I need to do is get a piece of paper. I need to place my 2 hexagons on my sheet of paper. I need to write two hexagons as seen, and I need to trace my hexagons as shown. That is my first shape that I have found playing this game. Now I will look and see if I can find any other shapes. If I put a hexagon and two of my trapezoids together, this makes the same exact shape. Again, I will get a sheet of paper. I will write down one hexagon, two trapezoids, and trace my shapes. So therefore, when I finish, you can see that I wrote one hexagon, traced it correctly, and two trapezoids. Now, I know if I had two trapezoids in this picture, I bet you I could do 4 trapezoids for my picture. Again, I get me a sheet of paper and I write 4 trapezoids and I trace my trapezoids so you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 trapezoids. I always go back to my hexagon with different shapes. So because I want to win, I want to find the most shapes. I know that if I use my parallelograms, 1, 2, 3, I also can make another shape. Now, if you remember, our parallelogram are 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 4-sided. So it's also considered a quadrilateral because it's a 4-sided figure. So I get my piece of paper and I trace, again, my shapes, and I write 1 hexagon and 3 parallelograms. Now, just as I'm reusing my hexagon, I know if 3 parallelograms fill one side, then I guarantee, let's see, 1, 2, 3 more parallelograms will fit on the other side. So I get my piece of paper and I trace them. Now with these are a little bit trickier because anytime there's more pieces, so I trace the outer side first, then I go ahead and trace the inside. And as you see, there are my 6 parallelograms. Again, if I want to go to a different shape, I go ahead and still put my hexagon shape because, again, I want the most shapes. So I go to see if my triangles will make this pictures and fill it up with the shape. And it does. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, I go and trace, take off this, and I go and trace my shapes, and I write 1 hexagon, 6 triangles. And as you see, I have that. Now, I know that if I have 6 triangles on this side, 6 triangles are also going to fill this up. So I take my 6 triangles and I also trace them on each side as shown, and I write 12 triangles. Now, if you noticed, we have used the hexagon over and over. I bet 1 hexagon and 2 parallelograms with my triangles may give me even another shape. And as you see, I have 1 hexagon, 2 parallelograms, and 2 triangles that fill up my shape. This is what is fun with different shapes and with these manipulatives, because you can play with different shapes and see what is a good pattern and what is not a good pattern, what does not fit in the shapes. I also wrote this one down on a piece of paper. 1 hexagon, 2 parallelograms, and 2 triangles. So far, I have found 8 different shapes. Now, if you feel like this game is way too easy for you, you can try filling in this shape. I will fill in the first one so you see how I did it. And then as the above shape, you can use different manipulatives and play with them. If you remember, here are 2 rhombuses, which are also quadrilaterals. Now, I'm going to put a square here. Because I have used my hexagon so much, I know immediately that my hexagon will fit in this shape, these 2 places. I'm going to add some more squares and a triangle. Again, we are going to want to move this shape over, trace our patterns, label the names of our shape, and also see how many we can get. Again, you can time this activity, or whenever you have run out of shapes, you can stop the activity. The challenge is yours. Have fun playing this game.